Testing, testing. Oh my goodness. All right now. Oh my goodness. Yeah, give me a second here. What the hell is going on? Testing, testing. All right, I'm back on. All right, what it do? What's going on out there? Um, well, y'all see the title. We're gonna talking about, you know, people cheating, and then the consequences of people cheating. People, doing things they ain't got no business doing. But um, I want to apologize because I didn't put up a notification to let y'all know that I was coming live. So y'all know how life be lifing. I'm a busy man now, But we're gonna talk about this today. As far as the repercussions and the consequences of cheating. Everybody, like I usually say, everybody ain't strong. As the other person that might can be like, okay, you know, you got down on me. I'm gonna go on and take that L and just, go on about my business. Everybody ain't like that. And if you think you gonna keep, doing the things that you're doing as far as cheating on somebody and hurting somebody's feelings and playing with people's life, then you got another thing coming. It might not hit you right then and there, but later on down the line, it can catch up with you. And I got some videos of showing some of the things that, people done and things that happen to people as far as, resulting to them cheating or whatnot. I want to start off with this one video, and I want y'all to give me your opinion on this stuff, as far as like, is this person right for doing what they did? Because this person cheated on them. A lot of people might, look at these people as, like they know good people or they bad for doing what they done. But we got to look at the beginning that got these people to do these things, right? And we're gonna start off with this one video first of this lady. And when I seen this video, I was like, man, was it worth it? Because eventually you gonna get caught. You might be getting away with it with your partner, but God, he's seeing things. And this could be a judgment for you cheating or, you committing adultery. Right? But let's get to this video and we're going to discuss this. All right, now this woman here, her boyfriend caught her cheating, so he put Nair, his hair removal, in her shampoo bottle. And when I seen this, I was like, man, that was, like for a woman to lose her hair. I mean, it looked like, she got a nice piece of hair on her right there. But in the picture beside of her, where she crying, and then I don't get why she would put this on social media like that. As far as the embarrassment, unless her boyfriend is the one who put this video up here, because who in their right mind would show theyself, you know, bald with patches in their head, and then put it on social media? It don't make no sense to me, but we gonna go with the story or whatnot. We gonna go with the story of her cheating on her boyfriend, which this stuff can happen. This is one of the many ways of somebody getting dealt with as far as with them cheating, right? Now you got other serious cases of somebody doing something to that person that cheated on them. And sometimes, they can't come back from that. That's why, I always look at this as far as, especially if somebody married. You cheating and you married, you jeopardizing that person you cheating with, and you jeopardizing yourself because you married. And sometimes, a lot of times, these people know that these people are married. Once you find out somebody married, it should be off limits. No ifs, ands, buts about it. It should be off limits. Because, again, it could get dangerous. It can get real dangerous. And I got videos to, show, which I'm going to bring up this video here next, to show you. You can't be playing like that out here in these streets. It's not, it's not worth it. It's not that nut, that, affection, whatever the reason that somebody cheating for, it's not worth it. It's not, because you don't know what you might get from cheating, right? But let's run through this video here, and we're going to talk about that.
So Deshaun Flood out of Detroit found out that his wife had 3 kids. Not 1, not 2, but all 3 of them kids did not belong to him. Now, I don't know how he found out them kids weren't his, but y'all, let me tell you something. When he found out, he wasn't happy. Say he went to the job where she worked at. And I think he got her in the park, like he came up there with a pum and pumed her several times. Yes, several times. And the ambulance came and got her, whatever, took her to the hospital. She is in critical condition, but she's still living. They also said in the midst of him pewing her with the pum, he took it and whooped her with the pum. When I tell you, I don't know how to feel about this one. That man has been a father to them 3 kids for I don't know what the ages are. I just heard about this. I just saw it. So let me talk about this right quick. Because I always be talking about men. Then I talk about women sometimes too. I ain't on nobody's side. It just depends on what I be thinking about talking about. But this is sad. You know what I'm saying? It can't be considered a crime of passion. Because, a crime of passion is something that happens when you come home, and find something. But this is like premeditated because he went to the job. I guess he got that paperwork in the mail that said, hey, ain't none of these children yours. I guess he said, I'm finna fix her right on her lunch break. I'm going up there and handle this. Can you men imagine how you would feel after you've been married to your wife and she is the mother of your 3 children and to find out none of them are yours? That's got to be something to deal with in the head. Y'all men, drop down in these comments and tell me how y'all feel about this. The men, how would you feel if you found out none of the 3 kids that you had with your wife were yours and then you've been taking care of them? Lord, have mercy.
And see right here, I remember this story. This happened in Detroit, where I'm from. And you know, it's like it's the result of somebody cheating. This man, he's been taking care of these kids for however long he was taking care of them, and thinking that these kids is his. Three, not one, not two, but three kids, right? And he found out that none of these kids is his. So he goes on a crash out course or whatever you want to call it. And he tried to do this lady in. And it's like, just like this lady said, this they don't look at this as a crime of passion, because it wasn't like he walked in on it. Like, how could you, how could you balance that as far as, well, he walked in, so okay, we can understand him. But in the other situation, it's like he thought these kids was his, and none of them his. So that ain't a crime of passion. That's not like, I know he probably thinking about a lot of things that's going on in his mind. The relationship that he had with his kids and all that stuff. I did a live last week talking about paternity fraud. And some of the things that these men have to go through, finding out that these kids is not theirs. But it goes back to the beginning as far as this woman cheating on his man. And his man found out that none of these kids is his. And he went into a rage. And again, I said, you don't know how strong a person is to be like, all right, I'm just going to let this go. I got to take this L, the best way I can. Even though this man is hurting, his whole life probably, fucked up because he found out that these kids is not his. And it's like, people look at this like, well, he's a sucker and he's all this stuff, but y'all got to put yourself in people's shoes to know how these people feel. Because maybe if you get put in their shoes, then you might do even worse than what this man did. You got some men who's taking the children's out. Taking the whole family out and taking themselves out. So for somebody to be like, he a sucker and all that, you can't look at it like that, man. This woman shouldn't have been playing with her life like that. Because that's how I look at it. You playing with your life. Not only his life, but you playing with your life, you playing with your kids' life, and you playing with this man's life. And it's like, who's to say that the courts is right about this situation? Because they probably gonna get this man all day. They probably gonna give him all his time, but I bet you it's not gonna, come up as far as what she did. They're not gonna press charges on her, or they're not gonna punish her. But it should be, it should start from the beginning of what she did. Right? Because every action causes a reaction or whatnot. You can't be out here doing what you want to do, especially if you're married. If you're married, it's like, I hold marriage as something real serious. I've been married for 22 years now, and I mean, it would just break my heart, if I found out that my kids wasn't mine. I'll probably lose. I'll probably go crazy. I'll probably crash out. You know what I'm saying? Just to be on some real shit. And y'all can look at me like, oh, this dude, he a sucker and all that. No, man. Everybody don't like their feelings being played with. But let's go on to another story of somebody cheating and feeling like, shit is sweet. Because it's not. We're going to come back and talk about it.
Hey, what's up with it, y'all, man? I'm back with another crazy story. This will take place in Palm Beach, Florida, man. Now, this is 22-year-old Jalen Lewis right here. Now, Jalen Lewis, he crashed the fuck out, man. Now, he had picked his girlfriend up from McDonald's, right? Now, he pick her up. He take her to the crib. They sitting in the front of her house talking and shit like that, right? But unbeknownst to him, she had another nigga that was on the way to pick her up from work, but he just had beat him to the punch, right? Now, once old boy pull up and figure out that she ain't at work, she had caught another ride or whatever the case may be, he pull up in front of her house too. So you got Jalen and the chick sitting in front of the house, and her other boyfriend, he pulling up too, right? Now, when her other boyfriend get out the car, he walking up to their car. He walking up to the car, Jalen and his chick in, right? And she waving him off like, go on in the house, go in the house type shit, right? So he looking like, man, what the fuck? But he go in the house. He ain't knowing the plot finna thicken, you know what I'm saying? So he thinking she just talking to some dude the whole time. This her other boyfriend, man. He not knowing at the time. So eventually she get out the car, Jalen pull her on off. She go in the house with her other boyfriend type shit. Jalen doubled back though. He felt the way. He doubled back. And when he came back, dude spotted the car outside. He approaching the car. He approaching Jalen, and Jalen, he jabbing words at him and shit. Wondering like, nigga, like what you doing over here in my bitch crib and shit like that. That's when it hit dude like, damn, she fucking with both of us. So as Jalen giving them, the back and forth, talking all shit, he pull his joint out. He get to clapping at him. He clapped him a couple times, left him there. And told him, you can have her. If you want her, you can have her. And got on up out of his business, you know what I'm saying? So dude was rushed to the hospital and shit like that, where he made it, but he told soon as he got to the hospital. When he got to the hospital and the police came to question him, this the story he telling. The one I gave y'all is what he told the police, man. So they would have hunted Jalen down, locked his ass up, man, for attempted M, you hear me? All over a little chick. She was playing both of them. They ain't even know that she was messing with, you know what I'm saying, both of them at the same time, man. And by the time when they found out, the day they found out, it got ugly. It got nasty. Jalen couldn't handle it. He like, man, shit, he exploded. Like, you been messing with dude and me, and you was finna have both of us pick you up from work, whoever made it there first type shit. That's what she was on, whoever make it here first taking me home type. And he made it there first, and dude came, and it went up from there, man. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this story, because that's crazy.
And see, it's stories like this, where a woman is putting her man in danger, and she putting the man who she's cheating with in danger too. Because I know she probably thought that they would never meet up or see each other or whatever. And y'all see how the situation got out of hand. And this man, he shot this dude, probably because he was in his feelings. Basically, everybody can't control their feelings. You know what I'm saying? Especially not a younger person. Their feelings be all over the place and they can't control them or whatnot, I feel like it's easier for a man to control his feelings or whatnot, I feel like a woman is weaker in that area where her feelings is all over the goddamn place, and she just can't control her feelings and whatnot. But this is an example of you can't just be out here doing what you want to do, especially if you committed to somebody. Because you will fuck around and find out who this person really is if a situation like this come up, and it's like, they can't deal with this situation. They can't handle seeing you with another person or whatnot when you promise to be with them and committed to them or whatnot. Especially if you're married. Especially if you're married. Right? And then I don't get why, if somebody, a woman, you know what I'm saying, she gonna cheat on somebody or whatever, why don't you just let that person know, look, I don't want to be with you no more. I want to deal with somebody else, I think that, and maybe not though, we done seen dudes crash out because a woman then broke shit off, and, they still want to be with that person, but for a person, to lead somebody on and deceive them, and lie to them and all that stuff, and then get caught, it's like this, you asked for this, basically. Because you don't know that person like that. But I want to get a video of this woman explaining and the way she broke it down and whatnot, as far as, that person that's being cheated on, go back to that person or forgive that person or whatever. It's like, that person still got a lot of hurt, a lot of healing to do, and it takes, you know what? Let me go ahead and play the video and we're going to come back and talk about it. I don't want to give out everything. So I'll be right back.
Who has decided to walk you through the mind of a person who has decided to stay after discovering infidelity, after discovering that their partner is having an affair. This person now has to have superhuman strength. They have to now process emotions that they want to run from, trying to process hurt and betrayal and disappointment and frustration and disgust and resentment and anger and sadness. Just, if you can think about that, that is exhausting to a person. And it feels like you are losing your mind. But they also have to see you, the person that they once saw as attractive, as beautiful, the person that they once believed would not hurt them. They have to see you in a more positive light when they are truly disgusted by you. They have to process the things that they cannot process, the whens, the wheres, the whys, the hows, all of those questions that they know that they would probably never get the answers to. Now they have a developed fear of you possibly doing this again. What if you go back to this person? When you're the person who has cheated, before you come in saying, I want you to heal, you need to forgive me, you decided to stay. You knew what you were signing up for. Before you say that, realize how distorted their reality is now. Realize how much it's going to take for them to truly forgive you and to truly move forward. That's not something that's going to happen in a day or a week. And you honestly don't have the right to really put a time period on it. Because if that's the case, then you made a choice as well. When you cheat, you hide it for a reason, because you know when your partner finds out about it, it's going to hurt them. It's going to destroy them. You are not going to have the same person that you had before. So before you come in making these unrealistic demands, and before you start being unreasonable, realize that you have possibly destroyed that person. That person can't eat, they can't sleep, they can barely navigate life, they can't get work done, they're constantly worrying about what it is that you're doing. There's no true resolve. Their mind just keeps going. Love and history is one of the biggest blinders. And that's why most people stay in relationships to begin with. So think about that before you say you need to get over it, because that's not real.
Now, she covered a lot of things as far as, what the person who's been cheated on goes through. That person might look at that person, different. That person might not be able to forgive that person or move on from the situation. It might take years. It might take 10 years, 15 years or whatever. But you really got to watch what you're doing, especially if you love this person. You know, because if you love this person, then you wouldn't be doing that because you know that this will hurt this person, right? I mean, she really broke it down, you know, as far as what that person going through. And you really don't know what that person going through. Right? And then my thing is, if somebody, especially, you know what I'm saying, I like to key in on men. You know, if a man know that a woman is married, you know, and he still deal with her, then he a goddamn scumbag. Because what man, you know, I never got this. You know what I'm saying? And I used to do it when I was younger, you know, but I understand it now, you know. What man would want to deal with another man's wife or woman? You know, it's like, it's weird. You know, I don't, it's like you taking sloppy seconds or something like that. You getting somebody sloppy seconds, you know, and it's like y'all dealing with each other at the same time. That's just weird to me. You know, if a woman cheated on me, then I don't want to have nothing else to do with you. You know, I don't. Go be with that man. You know, you cheated with that man or whatever. Maybe you love him or, you know, whatever it is. Then you need to go with that man. But it's women out here, they don't care. You know, they ratchet as hell. They whores. They don't care. They don't value themselves, their body or nothing. Or you know, they man feelings, they don't value shit. Women who do this. They selfish as hell. And again, you jeopardizing something happening to you. Something really happening to you, right? Let's get to this other video where this woman, you know, she had it all. You know what I'm saying? She had a good husband, but she fumbled him. But let's look and see what she got to say. We'll talk about it when we get back.
I get to watch him with his new wife and his new life just flourish without me. He's doing so well. You know, he's doing great in his business. He's doing great in school. He's just amazing. He's a great guy. And I get to watch that from the back room. And it's hard. Sometimes it stings. Sometimes it still stings. But, you know, I'm happy for him. And, you know, I love him as my family. And I want nothing but the best for him. So now I relocated to a different state, me and my daughter, and 2 years ago, and I just started over. I'm dating, and it's different. It's difficult. You know, I got married.
It's trash.
It's trash. Okay, it's trash. I said it's difficult. It's really trash. Yeah, it's definitely trash.
The streets.
It's trash. They say the dating pool has pee in it. I say it's straight sewage.
It's not even a pool.
It's sewage. Seriously.
Oh my God.
I hate it for everybody that has to be out here dating. I don't recommend it. 0 stars, not even a half.
You big dummy.
Oh man, she fumbled the bag. She said she had a good man and everything. And then my thing is, this woman, she cheated. Okay, shouldn't she be with the man that she cheated with? But she's with, she out here dating. And let's not, you know what I'm saying, talk about how the dating scene is now. These days, you don't know what the hell you're gonna get these days. So it's best for, you know, a person to not cheat, to not go outside that relationship or whatnot. Cause you never know what you might be getting yourself into. Especially the dating game out here right now. Man, it's like, I don't know what I'll be doing out here now if I was, you know, looking for somebody or whatnot, because this shit out here now, it's crazy. It's crazy. As far as the things that I know now, whatnot, and how a woman, you know, supposed to how a woman's supposed to be and how she's supposed to be as far as a woman or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these women out here, they're not even women. You know what I'm saying? Just on that side of you got to watch and you know, let me see if this a man or if this, you know what I'm saying? Like all type of crazy shit is going on out here. But this woman, she had a man, she had a husband and all that stuff. The dude, he was, you know, doing everything he had to do for their marriage or whatever. And she decided that, oh, I lost some weight, so let me go out here and see who's checking for me or whatnot. And cheated on dude. This is another side of the story too, that that she made in this video or whatnot.
And at this time, is this other guy married?
He was. I didn't know at the time. I just thought he had a living girlfriend, but it turns out that was his wife.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you find it easier to cheat with somebody that was with somebody? Or did you not care? You was just so enamored by this one individual?
Well, I didn't care. I was so enamored. It wasn't his wife, so I thought I was okay. I'm like, whatever, it's just your baby mama, who cares? But I was a little jealous because there were times I wanted to be with him and I couldn't because he had someone else. I had way more freedom than him.
And that's the thing.
Way more.
You do this thing, right? And I'm obviously not yours and you're not mine. But I don't want you. He was mine.
He was mine. I'm sorry, honey. He was mine at the time. So I thought, right? I was going crazy. Nearly lost it. He was mine at the time.
So when you found out this is actually his wife, how do you feel? Does your feelings change? Does your disposition change? Like, or do you just like, you know what, I don't give a fuck?
Well, actually, I didn't find out until it was over between him and I.
Oh.
But it crushed me, even after the fact. It crushed me. Because I felt like he lied. Like, how could you lie to me? We don't lie here. You know, we tell each other everything. How could you lie? So I felt betrayed. But it was over by that point, so it was nothing.
The height of your infidelity, the height, what was that? What was a regular day like?
Oh, it was euphoria. It was talking to him and texting him all day. It was getting in trouble at work because I'm in my phone all day. It was figuring out how I'm going to lie to get out of the house this evening because I got to get to this man. We're going out. I don't care what it is. I got to go.
What do you say to the people that say, well, you know, you were unfulfilled in your relationship, but you still chose to be a cheater, right? Like, because sometimes people think that you being unfulfilled is an excuse to do what you were doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, to me, I don't think it was an excuse.
What should you have done?
I should have fought for my marriage. I should have read a book, said a prayer. I don't know, went to therapy. There were so many things that I should have did other than step out. But it had nothing to do with him. It had all to do with me and my selfishness. I wanted to fulfill self. I wasn't thinking about him at the time. I wasn't thinking about the baby at the time. I was thinking about me and my selfish needs. So I didn't care at the time.
Didn't that feel good,
It
though?
felt good at the time.
You know, by nature, we are just selfish creatures, right?
Yes.
That's why a baby it's not being cruel. It's just
Selfish.
I'm selfish. That's
About
who
me.
we are.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. I know.
Do you think this other guy, your boyfriend, quote unquote, we'll call him, do you think he was with other women?
Now looking back, at the time I didn't. But now looking back,
Absolutely.
yeah, absolutely.
What do you go back and tell that girl that shows up to the hotel room and says, you know what, we about to take this ride? What would you go back to her and say?
It ain't worth it. Don't do it. Don't do it, Miss Sealy. Don't do it. Run for your life. you'll regret it. That's what I would tell my old self.
What would she say back to you?
You're right, but I'll be back.
But
You're right, but just one more time. Just one more time. Yeah.
So you would say this was a regret?
Definitely a regret. I would say, you know how people always say, if I could go back and do all things over, I wouldn't change a thing because it makes me who I am as a person.
Everybody says that.
Amen. No, I don't feel that way. I feel totally opposite of that. If I can go back and change some things, I would. I would definitely change. I would never want to hurt my best friend.
Wow, she called this man her best friend, meaning she called her husband her best friend, but she was already in too deep, with this other dude. Luckily, this man didn't hurt this woman, because the way it seemed like, she was, how she played this dude, her husband, man, it's a good thing that he got up out of there, because the way, you know what I'm saying, her thought process was like, her being selfish like that, not thinking about her husband, not thinking about her kids or family or whatever, it's a lot. It's a lot. And I know that man probably went through a lot, but, it's good that he got remarried or whatever. But another story, I know y'all probably remember this story. I done this story a while back about this coach. He was married, but he was dealing with somebody else, and somebody else had somebody else. So let's get to this video and we can come back and talk about it.
39-year-old man who's married decided to cheat on his wife with a 21-year-old woman, and while he was at her house, he ended up getting shot and killed. If y'all haven't heard this story yet, it's insane. This man is 39 years old. He's a Birmingham, Alabama local football coach, and he was cheating on his wife. And while he was at his side chick house, the boyfriend of the side chick, yes, came home early and caught them in the act. The boyfriend then grabbed his gun and shot and killed this man. The boyfriend has now been arrested, and some people are saying that the girlfriend needs to be arrested as well, because she's also to blame for this situation. And while I can't agree with that, majority of the blame needs to be placed on that man that's 39 years old and married. He should have known better. You're married with a family, have a good career, but due to the fact that you could not control your lust, you ended up losing your life. And listen, I'm not condoning cheating, but why would you go to that woman's house knowing that she's in a relationship and there's a possibility that that boyfriend could come home early?
And see, that's my thing, like some of these people know that these cheaters is in a relationship, and it's like, like I wish somebody can, like, you know what I'm saying, like chime in if y'all want to in the chats or something, and let me know how y'all feel about the situation as far as somebody doing what they did. Like this man, he took somebody else's life. Let's say he was married. Would he be justified by doing that? How do y'all feel about that? I know you probably look at it like, well, he wrong. He shouldn't have took nobody's life and all that stuff. But, if you go back in biblical days, if you was found cheating with another man's wife, then the wife, she had to go, and the husband, the man who she cheated with, both of them had to be, dealt with as far as unalived. And where did that come from? That was a law. a law. If a man sleeps with another man's wife, then that woman and that man who she cheated with has to be unalived. And this is from God now, right? This is from God. And then, you know, I be thinking when I hear stories like this, you know, and other stories of women cheating, and you know, the husband come home and he unalive both of them. Me myself, you know, I look at that as judgment, right? I look at that as judgment, somebody being judged. Because if it was right, then things like this wouldn't happen. That's why you can't just be out here like that. Because again, you never know what somebody is thinking, how somebody is feeling, what somebody can take, you know what I'm saying, and all that. So this man, he was married. And I guess he wasn't getting enough at home, whatever the case is. He's stepping out with a woman who got a boyfriend. And he did what he did. I'm pretty sure he's still in jail right now. He probably got all kind of time. But it starts from the beginning. Why is this woman, you know, sleeping with another man, and she got a boyfriend. She committed to somebody else. And sometimes women, and you know, I'm gonna say to men too, because you got women out here that do the same thing, you know, getting their feelings, and they might take the life of their boyfriend or husband or whatever when they found out they cheating or whatnot with another woman, or they'll take that woman out. It's vice versa. You can't play with people's lives like that. Because me, myself, as far as me being married or whatnot, my wife, that's my possession, right? I look at her as my possession. She got my last name. She got, you know what I'm saying? She birthed my kids or whatnot. She mine. You know what I'm saying? I know, you know, people probably be like, oh, you know, he's possessive and all that. No, okay, well, that's my possession. This is my belief system or whatnot. And you know, if you really look at it, it's like, you know, you get married, that woman, she take on your last name. Why do the woman take that last name? Because that's your wife, that's your possession. I don't take on her last name. She take on my last name. Why is that? But if somebody mess with your possession, then you're gonna try to protect it with all what you got. You don't want nobody defiling, you know what I'm saying, your wife, and you know, it's that's what I said. You got to be a scumbag ass dude to want to sleep with another man's wife. A scumbag. You the bottom of the barrel. To me. You know, I know a lot of people look at it, or well, a lot of men, they look at it as they got one up on a dude or whatever, but you really a scumbag. I mean, this is like one of the reasons why I stopped listening to rap like that. Because it's I F your girl and all that stuff, and it's like, why? I'm thinking, why you want to mess with somebody else's wife or woman? Like it's disgusting. It's weird. As far as me getting older, you know, and figuring out things and how life's supposed to be, and you know, how we supposed to be living life. And you seeing, okay, that's why that happened right there. Just like this story. This is why this happened. Because he dealing with somebody else's woman. he can't stay at home and be with his woman and work things out, whatever was going on or whatever. You got to go and mess up somebody else's house. And messed around and got your life took. And messed around, everybody messed up. The girl who was cheating with the coach, her boyfriend gone, and the goddamn coach gone. She got to start over. The wife of the coach, she don't have no more husband. She don't have a husband. And she probably had kids by him or whatnot. She got to start over. So you see the domino effect, you know, as far as this woman being selfish, and I got me 2 dudes. And this dude being selfish, I'm dealing with another woman. And she got a man. He probably knew about that too. He probably knew. 9 times out of 10, the other man who dealing with that woman, he know that she got a dude or she married. But let's look at another video. As far as I don't know, y'all might have seen this video, but this dude, he walk in and catch his wife, you know. I'll be back.
Excuse me.
Hi.
Hi.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. You okay?
You didn't waste time.
No.
Okay. That's good. Do you know she's married?
You left me.
Do you know she's married?
You left me.
And this is live, by the way. Yeah? That's what you do. Bring Ben, fuck them on the sofa. Same sofa that you couldn't fuck me. Let me say that hello to the man. Excuse me, boss.
Hey, boss.
I've got nothing against you, by the way.
Yes.
Just letting you know that you're in someone's house, someone's wife, with a condom on.
Did you not leave though?
It's just been 2 weeks, and I don't know if you know, buddy.
Did you not leave
It's just been 2 weeks.
Did you not leave though?
It's just been 2 weeks,
Did you
Tina.
not leave though? I begged you to stay with me. I cried.
And then can I be excused?
You don't need to go. I'm not staying long. I'm just picking up a few things. But I don't know how your conscience goes, man. I've just been away for two weeks and you're already fucking my wife.
I don't know anything about it.
So it's just been 2 weeks, really. And, you know, it's it's a masterpiece.
Okay, Walter.
But anyway, I'm picking up my things and I'll let you go. Hey, buddy, you don't need to go on my account.
This bitch.
Man, what it do? Pooh Man 313. What up, comrade? Salute, brother. But man, this one right here now, this guy right here, that's what I said, you know, some people can take it, some can't. A whole nother man in the house with his wife. 2 weeks. He said he was there 2 weeks or what. I guess they was, you know, they had sex 2 weeks ago. And she was able to move on, you know, regardless of the man, of her husband saying, okay, I don't want to be with you no more and all that stuff. 2 weeks? You got somebody in the house where you and your husband lived at, he still got a key, right? And you brought this man to your house. This dude, he got to be a goddamn scumbag because that's what I'm saying. He got to know, you know, about their situation and all that. A woman, she gonna tell her side dude everything about her husband or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, well, I'm getting tired of his ass, all that stuff. Y'all know how these women be. You know, they want a friend, conversation and all that stuff. And she probably confined it into dude, and you got his motherfucking ass up in here, you know, just sitting there. He's sitting there, and he don't care. You know, he just want the draws. He wants the drugs. He don't care about this woman. Because if he did care about this woman, he wouldn't even be with her. He wouldn't even have sought her intelligence to, take her down through there or whatnot. He don't care about this woman. He just trying to get a nut. Just coming from a man, I know. I've been on this goddamn earth for 52 years now, and I know how men are. I just know. You got a man who respects a woman, and you got men who don't respect women. You got a woman who don't even, this is a woman who don't value herself or her body. Why would you be with another man in your house? This man, he look like he butt naked on your couch. She ain't got no clothes, no bottoms on. Why would you be with a man after 2 weeks of having sex with your husband? Like, she didn't care. She couldn't have cared about her husband. She couldn't have. All right, this is what I want. I want to get some comments in. All right, Pooh Man said, just like the guy who was shopping with a girlfriend and a guy came up to get her number, she wanted him to react. He said, no, what would she do? Hold on, I can't see it on there all the way. Oh, I can't zoom out. Okay, there it go. No, what would she do if he wasn't there? Right, exactly. And I know what video you're talking about, Pooh Man. It was basically like she was saying, you ain't gonna do nothing. This man, he trying to talk to me and all that stuff. Look, she wasn't supposed to say nothing. She was supposed to look at her man and probably grabbed his hand and kept going or whatever. But to say that and to be like, oh, you ain't gonna do nothing, he trying to talk to me and all that stuff, she gonna mess around and get that man dealt with. This man can lose his life. A woman ain't supposed to say nothing if a man trying to talk to her. She's supposed to ignore the hell out of his ass. Don't give him no type of, attention or anything like that. Especially with your dude. That's what I said. These women, y'all got to be careful. Y'all got to be careful, because a lot of men that went to jail and then lost their life because of something a woman did. And she probably ain't know no better. Because a lot of these men don't know how to have their wife where, she know how to operate when she out in the streets. You got to give women, instructions or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Me, myself, I'm going to give my wife instructions. She knows the do's or don'ts. Right? But as far as this man coming in, walking up and finding this man in his house, it's crazy. All right, I got another one. Okay. What it do? Smoke and talk. What's going on with you? Salute to you, brother. Let me see. Yup. Shout out, yeah, man. Shout out to all the moderators up in here. Appreciate y'all, stepping in. Joining the live or whatnot. I know I ain't got that many people in here. I'm just starting. Yup, Baltimore, Smoke and Talk from Baltimore up in the building. We appreciate you for stopping through, man. I got to, get a little used to this live stuff, because I ain't used to going live like that. I just be making vibes and whatnot, but I'm gonna try to commit to it, y'all. So, I appreciate the support, I'm just gonna try to make this thing happen, Because again, I got stories to tell, you know what I'm saying? And I got information to help people, you know, who's married, who's thinking about getting married and, you know, even being in relationships and whatnot, you know. Again, I've been married for 22 years. So I know the ins and outs of being married, and I always wanted to be married. You know, as a young boy, I always wanted to be married. My mother and my father, you know, they got married. So, you know, it was something that I always wanted. I always wanted a family or whatnot. My grandfather and my grandmother, on my father's side, they've been married for like 70 some years. So that right there in itself, you know what I'm saying, is beautiful. And ain't no telling what they went through. They probably went through a whole lot, you know what I'm saying? I really don't know them like that because they, you know, from California, and I always lived in Detroit with my mother or whatnot. So, you know, I don't know the ins and outs of their relationship, but I know, I'm pretty sure throughout those 70 years or whatnot, you know, they had all kind of problems, but they probably just pushed through them. You know, once you get married, it's different. You know, y'all one. It ain't about, you know, me, self, and all that shit like these people we see here in these videos being selfish as hell. Like you ain't gonna think about this other person that you messing around on. Like you got to be careful out here these days, you know? It's all kind of video cameras, iPod tags, air tags. I think I'm saying it wrong, but air tags. It's just too much shit out here as far as, you know what I'm saying, on the technology side of the game where somebody trying to cheat. I mean, you could see different videos where people just getting caught left and right. It ain't like it used to be in the days where there wasn't no cameras around, or, you know, people having hidden cameras everywhere and all that stuff. It ain't like that these days. That shit is everywhere. And then you could pay people to follow, you know what I'm saying, people and all that. No, it's like, it ain't worth it at the end of the day, because you can get hurt, or you can hurt somebody, right? It's just the time of days that we're in today. You can't do that. You know, you need to leave that shit alone. It's not worth it. It's just not worth it. But let me see. I got another comment. It's Pooh Man. Okay, he says you're growing over time. You just you gotta keep going, right? Exactly. And that's, you know, that's what I'm on here, man. I've been on here for about a little bit over an hour, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, the views been like 7 views, 5 views, 3 views. And it's like, damn, you know, ain't nobody really talking like that. It's kind of, you know, hard or whatnot, because me, myself, I'm the type of person that go off of, you know, the feedback or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? If y'all, you know, comment or whatever, you know, I can feed off of that. You know what I'm saying? We can start different conversations, and, you know, I can look at people different point of views from mine. You know what I'm saying? And like balance it and be like, okay, maybe I can shoot this to them, and you know, maybe they might have a different perspective on what they didn't shot me. You know what I'm saying? If y'all can understand. But yeah, I'm gonna try to do this every Friday, but I think I need to step it up another day, put another day up in there. I just got to figure out a day, because right now I'm busy as hell, man. I'm restoring this house right now. I got a lot of shit going on. I got to finish this bathroom. I just bought the tub, the shower, the toilet, the the vanity, the floors. You know what I'm saying? I got to put all that stuff together. I'm still doing other rooms. I got to do the drywall and put mud, all that stuff. it's just a lot right now. I got a lot going. And, trying to do this and work, and work on this house, it's a lot, man. It's a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? But, I'm going to try to, get this live going. That's what I'm saying. I don't see how people be, multitasking like they do on these lives, man. Like, I got a setup. I mean, if y'all seen it, y'all probably be like, damn, this dude got a incredible setup. I ain't trying to blow my own horn or whatnot, but my setup is like, I probably got like about 6 or 7 stream decks. I know y'all might catch me looking to the side. It's a TV right there. It's a monitor right here. It's a computer right here. So it's like, man, it's a lot of stuff. And then I got a lot of what do you call them? Let me see these right here.
You are mine now. You belong to me.
I got a lot of them, but I don't be thinking about that, especially when I'm talking, man, But I'm gonna try this thing, man. I gotta figure out how long I'm gonna go on these, where people will be satisfied. Cause at the end of the day, y'all watching it, you know what I'm saying? I know sometimes I might be rambling or whatnot. Y'all probably be like, look, man, get to the goddamn video. We done heard enough of you, but I'm getting there, man. I'm trying my best, y'all. I don't know if I said it before, I ain't no real talker like that. But I'm gonna go on and get up out of here. Again, man, I appreciate y'all, stopping through. Again, I'm gonna do this every Friday at 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock every Friday. Again, I'm gonna add another day. I just don't know what day I'm gonna do it on. If y'all got some ideas, as far as a day, y'all let me know. I was thinking about Sunday, but I don't know. I just gotta figure it out or whatnot, But hopefully, you know what I'm saying, this would be a good place to come and learn some stuff, you know what I'm saying? And maybe y'all can teach me some things or whatnot, I'm open, I'm always open to learning. My brain is like a sponge or whatnot. I'm not finna, deprive myself of somebody helping me, right? But I'm gonna go on and get up out of here, man. I appreciate y'all, fucking with me the way y'all fuck with me. I know it's a lot of haters out here though, man. The videos I do, like, why would somebody spend their time to say some negative shit to somebody? And then I question those people who be talking shit. Like, it's hard, first of all, to get in front of a camera and, share your opinions or say come up with different things or whatnot. This shit is hard. You know what I'm saying? But again, I feel like I can steer somebody in the right direction. Because as far as with my people, I don't want to steer my people in the wrong direction, or I don't want to see my people down bad or whatnot. It's a lot of changes that we got to make for us to, get to that point that we trying to get to, right? But yeah, these people that be talking shit, man, and to my moderators or whatever, if y'all ever see anybody in the chat and they talking any reckless, you know what I'm saying anything that they don't supposed to be saying or whatnot, man, y'all get they head first, throw their ass up out of here, man. Hide the channel from them, put them on timeout, whatever you got to do, to get the message through that we ain't playing over here at Ghetto Talk. We is not tolerating that shit over here. You know, because who the hell got time to even deal with these people? Not me. When they making comments on my VODs or whatnot, man, I'm like, okay, I'm just remove their goddamn comment. I don't have time to go back and forth with somebody like that. If it takes me 3 seconds to write what I got to write down, I can't get that 3 seconds back. And my time is valuable. You know what I'm saying? I can do a whole lot with them 3 seconds. But I'm going to go on and get up out of here, man. Appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Shout out to Ghetto Talk. My homeboy Pooh Man or whatnot. I appreciate y'all, man. Man. Hold on, let me see. Let me see right quick. Right. Most definitely. Right, okay, Smoking Talk, he say he feel the same way sometimes. Man, hey, man, you make it look easy though, man. You be making it look easy sometimes. When I be watching you, I be like, man, he just be flowing and shit, you know? Another one, Smoking Talk said, I am officially Ghetto Talk Sniper. All right, there you go. Hey, I got to remember that, dog. You're a Ghetto Talk Sniper, right? Okay. Let me see what Pooh Man said. Oh, yeah, you can block it from the channel, too. Exactly, right. That's what I want y'all to do, too, man. Block their ass from the channel. Get the hell up out of here, man. All right, Jamie Bradley, I appreciate that. Yeah, just like I said, I'm going to be doing more lives or whatnot. You know, I'm gonna come up with different scenarios and situations, and I'm gonna try to make this thing work, you know. So with that being said, I'm gonna go on and get up out of here. Again, man, I appreciate y'all for rocking with me and whatnot. And to the next live, it's your man. Y'all already know what it is. To the next live, it's Ghetto Talk. Up out of here.